We will begin this presentation with the team of Energie BBC from Benin. Vamos começar esta apresentação com as jogadoras do Energie BBC do Benin, com o número 4, Fonsiate Tiamio. Número 5, Andrea Ojobi.
are the Kenya Port Authority. Energy BBC 38.1 from inside the arc, and then they go downtown with it. Pretty even, honestly, 20.6% three-point percentage for Kenya Port Authority, and then Energy BBC checks in with 26.7. 60% free throw shooters are Energy BBC, and 46.4% from the stripe is Coach Anthony O right there. So we'll get a look at him throughout today's ball game. Glad you joined us here today. We are about ready for tip-off. Coach Sindaho right there for Energy BBC. He is ready to rock and roll. Here we go from the pavilion at Eduardo Mondlane University in Maputo, Mozambique. Game 2 here on game day number 4. There's the tip, and we are underway as Energy BBC controls. They're going to turn that one over here in the first minute of play. Kenya Port Authority now will control. Mwangale with the basketball. She's going to work it now. Give way on the top of the key there. Mockdown Osu had it there for a minute. Now Okomu had it poked away, and it'll go over to Energy BBC with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Gives us a chance to recognize our FIBA officiating crew. We have Maria, we have Dorothy, Maria, and Fanta joining us here today. So special shout out to those ladies, doing a great job there. Officiating here throughout the tournament. A right-hand shot off the glass, falls through the well right there for Energy BBC. And that was Cole Dabali, the 20-year-old. Now we have a pull up there from the right elbow. That is Okomu. It comes up short. Now Energy BBC brings it back the other way, leading 2-0 here, just inside our first quarter. The left wing triple falls short for Aminu. And Aminu, the captain of this Energy BBC squad. 30 years old from Benin. Now they're going to fire away from way downtown, and she connects with a 3-ball. Unbelievable shot right there. Rebounded on the other end by Energy BBC, and right now they do indeed have the energy. They are showing some fire here in this first quarter. A right wing triple, too strong that time for Aminu. And now firing away from the other side is number 4, Tia Mayu. KPA now underneath the basket. They're going to work it back outside and move it around the horn just a bit there. And underneath with the score, that was Okat, Medina Okat, 18-year-old. Out there doing some work for the Kenya Port Authority. They almost lose the handle on that one. But somehow Energy BBC able to make contact with the basketball, and it'll stay with Kenya Port Authority. So as Aminu puts it back into play, we play on here. 7.5 minutes remaining in our first quarter. Energy BBC not afraid to fire away from deep. Now here comes KPA with it, stolen away there by Tia Mayu, and here she goes all the other way with it. She's going to try to go coast to coast, but too strong off the glass. Now she's going to step into one, dish it off right there inside the lane, and Okot finishes the job. A coat, unbelievable, 18 years old, playing on the national team. A phenom, the next youngest player on the squad there for Kenya Port Authority is 23 years old. That is Okoro. We have a foul on the floor. This is our FIBA officiating crew. Another look right here, a little reach. And then a little bit too much contact there. She worked her way towards the right elbow. Non-shooting foul, so the Energy BBC squad will inbound it. 6.5 minutes to play here in the first. Stepping through the defense, running through the lane there was Aminu, but KPA, nothing doing. Kenya Port Authority goes the other way with it, and they are fouled on the layup. A little hack on the arm right there as she came down. And that was Tia Mayu. Free throw a little bit short right there for Okumu. Selena Okumu. 29 years old, 5'8". She puts that second one home right there for KPA. And we're knotted up at 5 apiece here. Full court pressure now applied by the Kenya Port Authority. Energy BBC having a little trouble breaking that press right there. They're gonna move it around now. Right wing triple off the front of the iron. McCarram's around and is rebounded by Okoro. Here comes Mwangale. She's controlling the point, at least right now for KPA. From downtown, it ricochets off the front of the iron for a coat. Energy BBC now the other way with it. They get into the right corner over there. And an air ball for Energy BBC. That one out of bounds. It'll go the other way with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. A Coke 4 points early here for the Kenya Port Authority, and there's a block underneath the basket. A Coke right on time. Correction, that was Okoro on the block there on the other end. A 6', 23-year-old phenom from Nigeria. And there's a look at it there underneath the opposite basket. Non-shooting foul now. KPA will put it back into play here with just over 5 minutes remaining in our first quarter. We got a good one for you here. These teams back and forth so far here in this first quarter. A right wing three for Selena Okumu. And they hold it in somehow, does Kenya Port Authority. Now they move it back across. Okumu spots up from the right elbow and comes up short. Goes off of a Kenya Port Authority teammate, and it'll be Energy BBC basketball. Energy BBC coming out in their all red look today, white numbers with white piping down the jerseys and the shorts. And then the Kenya Port Authority with the all white look, white tops, white shorts with the royal blue numbers and the royal blue piping there, as the Energy BBC squad switching hands there at the last moment. That was Tia Mayu. 2 attempts there for Energy BBC. They come up empty, and here comes KPA. They're going to move it around the horn one more time. Mwangale kicks it back out to Okumu. Now they're going to try a left wing three ball, and it's nothing but nylon right there for Okoro. One more look at it right here. A smooth stroke, great finish. And the ultimate goal achieved there. 3 points in the hoop. KPA now on top 8-5. Under 4 to play in the first. The handles now right here. And that will trickles through the front of the well. That was Amino, the captain for Energy BBC. Kenya Port Authority going across court with it. They had a wide open look for a moment. They try to feed it down inside, but Energy BBC too active there in the paint. up the floor in a hurry, a right-hand finish, and it falls off the right side of the rim. So they had a 2-on-1 and couldn't get the layup to stick. Now here comes Kenya Port Authority now. A coat underneath the basket, doing a little bit of paint work right there. Medina Okote. She is 18 years old, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you, she has got WNBA written all over her. 10-7 our score, under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter, and a nice take to the 10 for Coulibaly. The 20-year-old getting it done right there. Mwangale with a triple of her own from the right wing. And she is now catching fire here. Her first points of the afternoon right there from Mwangale. Okote still leading the way for Kenya Port Authority with 6. And now we have Okoro putting one through the well as well right there for Kenya Port Authority. They're on top 15-9 here. A little bit of a run here for the ladies from Kenya. Now they're going to steal that one away backdoor style. Akomu. And we have contact outside the arc, says our FIBA officials. 1:49 remaining here in the first quarter. So glad you joined us today on YouTube here for the Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022. Contact on the floor. And now we have a substitution. This is going to be Omondi. 5'6", checking into the ballgame there for Kenya Port Authority. And there's Okote running the back door. And she just makes it look easy, hardly has to elevate there. Okote, I don't have a height on her here on the stat sheet, but I'm going to put her down at about 6'3". And she can move as well. Just over 1 minute to play here, 17-9. KPA with an 8-point advantage. Thought she was going to call an offensive foul there for a moment. But it was assessed to Energie BBC and Afetse. A little bit too much action down there in the paint. Wasuda firing away from deep there for a moment, and now Wasuda with a steal, and she's going to pass it off to a teammate. They come up short, but right place, right time is Okoth. And Okoth with the rebound and a putback. Her KPA squad now with a little energy of their own on top, 19-9. 10-point lead as they turn, as Energie BBC turns the basketball over. Here comes Kenya Port Authority all the way down the floor, a little baseball pass. Okote finds the backdoor cut. And if she's open, that's almost a guaranteed 2 right there for KPA. 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. From the top of the key, she's going to drive the lane. Picks up contact there in the middle. Coulibaly, a right wing triple off the front of the iron. Okote almost in slow-mo right there. And apologies there, we're peaking just a little bit, folks. There we go. Hopefully that's better. 21-9 our score here. KPA on top of Energie BBC. We get ready for our second quarter here from the Pavilion at Eduardo Mondlane University. We'll step aside and be back with you here in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Welcome back to the pavilion at Eduardo Mondlane University in Maputo, Mozambique. Game 2 on game day number 4 here between Energie BBC and the Kenya Port Authority. James Booty coming to you live here on YouTube. So glad you joined us this morning here in the United States. This afternoon over there in Maputo, Mozambique. 21-9 Kenya Port Authority. It was even at 5 apiece there for a little bit in the first quarter, and then KPA just started to catch fire, and they have not looked back since. Big reason for that is number 15, who is currently on the bench. Now Energie BBC grabs the rebound, and they'll take it the other way. And Jovi controls there from the left wing. She's going to try to penetrate into the lane. Now a right-hand scoop shot for Fetse. Goes out of bounds. Great defense, and there you see great sportsmanship as well right there from the Kenya Port Authority. We'd love to see it here. A turn and shoot off the glass. And an athletic shot there for Agbayizo for Energie BBC. Almost a carry there. From the right corner, she drives along the baseline. And the energy displayed right there by Wusuda. And with the left-hand finish on Yango on the other side. 26 years old from Kenya. Stolen away right there. Omondi. And Jobi right there for Energie BBC was working on her. So contact on the floor. There you see Koulibaly talking it over with Coach Sindaho. Energie BBC inbounds the basketball. 8:40 remaining here in the half. That one, loose ball all over the place down there under the hoop. KPA gets it up ahead. Now an attempt from the short corner there, but a nice weak side rebound. And number 7, Wasuda, has come to play here. The 33-year-old power forward. It wasn't having it on that one. 25-11, a 14-point lead now for KPA. The defense for Kenya Port Authority, the hustle is off the charts right here. Contact on the floor. And that was Miss Fonta down there giving the ruling. So now the Kenya Port Authority will inbound the basketball. 8 minutes remaining here in our first half. Substitutions, a couple Energie BBC players will have a seat. Oseni checks in now, 28-year-old from Benin. A left corner try, too strong, and contact there during the rebound attempt. No shot. And a little bit too much on the back there. 7:40 remaining here in the first half, 25-11. KPA will put it back into play. Wasuda gets it back in there. A cutting Okoro was under the basket for a moment. Now Okoro steps into the left elbow area and has it stolen away. Here comes Energie BBC trying to get something cranking offensively here. And that one falls short. Agbayizo was under the basket but couldn't get it to stick. Tiamayu with a look of confusion right there on what happened on that specific turnover. KPA puts it back into play now. Leading scorer on the floor right now is Okoro with 5. Running the baseline, a reverse layup for Wasuda. And she picks up a foul there as she runs the baseline underneath the basket. A blocking foul. And that was a great attempt there from Energy BBC's Tia Mayu. Very close to call on that one. She could have had the feet set there, but it was almost a freeze frame type decision. Wasuda, the first shot falls short. Wasuda 1 of 3 from the field. She's got 6 rebounds and 1 assist here in this first half. Brenda Wasuda. That one finds the bottom of the net. Now returning to the lineup for Energy BBC is Aminu, the captain. She will spell Tia Mayu, who will have a seat on the bench. Well-deserved break there for Tia Mayu. Here comes Energy BBC now. They trail by 15. Can they cut into this deficit right here before the half? That one falls short right on cue. Stolen away. Okoro's gonna finish it on the other end. And the 6-foot Nigerian extending the lead now to 17. Energy BBC having a little bit of trouble with the handles there. Onyango on defense there under the basket, and she did a great job staying home and playing the ball, but ultimately drawing the foul. As we will now see Oseni at the line. Okoro will have a seat on the bench, and Nkatha will check into the ball game. Rebecca Joki Nkatha. That one a little bit too strong. Second attempt doesn't count either, but a nice rebound there underneath the basket. Energy BBC's Agbayizo was hustling on that one, but unfortunately didn't have much help. And a KPA now once again on offense. Left wing triple rebounded along the baseline by Aminu. It goes off of KPA. It'll be Energy BBC basketball. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Special shout out to our production crew doing a great job bringing you the pictures and video here from all around the globe. It's a team effort here to get this Africa Women's Champions Cup on the air for you here from Maputo, Mozambique. Stepping through the defense, trying a reverse layup was Aku Afetse. And Afetse comes up empty. KPA now. They're feeling it here. They're firing away from deep, but the last couple of possessions, they've come up short. And a good chance for Energy BBC to try to get back in this ball game right here. 9:40 and counting here in the second quarter. Wasuda on defense there. Correction, that was on Yango. Defending on that one right there for Kenya Port Authority. And there you see the swat as Afetse took it into the paint right there. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, take the brief timeout with them. Come right back here for more Africa Women's Champions Cup action right here on YouTube.
Qui est encore sur le terrain? Mouda. Ok, Mouda serait là. Et il y a une là. Et on...
We welcome you back to the pavilion at Eduardo Monlane University. The injured player there, Ramuzayeth Agbayizo. And she looked like she got some contact there along the right arm, whether it was the elbow or possibly the upper arm, maybe even a little funny bone thing where it hurts so bad it doesn't even hurt for a minute. But we'll keep an eye on her as the training staff tends to her, see if they can get her ready to get back into this ball game. KPA on top, 28-16. 10 seconds remaining here in this timeout period. There you see a few spectators looking on here inside the pavilion. The Kenya Port Authority ready to retake the court. And so, no doubt, they had a chance to have some conversations with Coach Kolo. And establish the game plan here for the next 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So glad you joined us here today. One more coming your way after this one. I'll have the call of that one for you as well. From downtown, coming up empty was Mwangale. Energie BBC trying to get back into the ballgame, firing away from downtown. And that was Aminu, the captain over there, with a three-point basket attempt, and then she picks up the contact. Right there at the very end. And that was Onyango delivering said contact. Onyango now will have a seat, and the phenom, Medina Okote, will retake the floor here. Number 15 for KPA. Free throw attempt off the right side there for Aminu. Second one off the left side now. We'll see if we can get this one to go right down the middle. There you see Coach Sendaho encouraging his club right here. We got to have a couple of these free throws. We got to score with the clock off. That's the best way to score in basketball, is when that clock's off. Returning to the lineup now, Ben Hazin. She will take the place of Osene. So Energie BBC maintains possession here. 3.5 remaining in our first half. They chuck it up. Somehow Ben Hazin recovers the basketball. Osene now. And she gives way to Aminu, who's going to split the defense, go into the paint, put it up, and then Okote with the rebound. And Katha gives way now. Mwangale with the basketball. She's directing traffic there from the left wing. They now get it inside to Okote, and she's almost indefensible there once she gets inside the circle. Contact on the floor, and that's about all you could do right there to try to stop the attempt. As she got the position, backed them down, backed down 2 defenders there almost, did Medina Okote. So we have a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, take that brief timeout with them, and rejoin you here on YouTube in 40 seconds. Stay with us.
Quand c'est comme ça, comme ça, comme ça, comme ça et comme ça, celle-là prend celle-là, celle-là vient prendre celle-là, celle-là prend celle-là et celle-là monte sur celle-là. Et c'est tout. Quand on vient, celle qui est ici, elle monte sur une là et les autres sont en indique. C'est quand le ballon passe d'un côté maintenant qu'il y a le flottement. C'est bon? S'il vous plaît, on ne peut plus avoir...
Spectators looking on here at the phenom known as Medina Okote. She will go to the line now, the 18-year-old Kenyan, as we get ready to resume play here. 3 minutes remaining in our second quarter. KPA and Energie BBC. Okoth, that one off the back of the iron. She's got 10 points on the day, 5 of 7 from the field, 6 rebounds. And here's the thing about Medina Okoth, she's only going to continue to get better. Mwangale feeds a waiting teammate underneath the basket, and beautiful team basketball there for KPA. Now Energie BBC tries to go into the paint with it and is denied. Getting a little chippy down there on the floor as Aku Afetse was the ball carrier right there. And she went right into the teeth of that KPA defense. A little bit too much contact for her liking right there. That one right through the net. And that is Afetse's first point of the afternoon. Second one falls through as well. Afetse also has 4 rebounds here this afternoon, as we see Kenya's Mac Dangosu checking into the ball game, the 27-year-old from Nigeria. 12-point deficit here with 2.5 minutes remaining in the half. Mwangale up and down with the right hand. She's going to boot around the horn once again. Alondo on the floor now, the small forward. And we have contact along the baseline. Credit to our FIBA officiating crew as well here today. Dorothy, Maria, and Fanta calling a very clean game. Keeping this thing in check from the jump. There you see Okoro back into the ball game here for Kenya Port Authority. And there's your possession arrow, as you see right there. Rebecca, Njoki, and Katha at the line for the Kenya Port Authority. That one rattles home. As we have a little bit of cleanup on aisle 5 there. Energie BBC will inbound the basketball here when we resume play with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Energie BBC, Amino with the basketball. She's under heavy pressure there, as this defense for Kenya Port Authority is simply suffocating. Wherever you are, there's about 2 or 3 Kenya Port Authority team members right there in your hip pocket. A right wing triple for Alondo, Linda Alondo, coming up short. And nice hustle there along the baseline as well for Mak Dangosu. As we see Selena Okumu return to the lineup, she'll check in for Alondo. Energie BBC now, a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Let's see if they can get a few more through the well here before the end of the first. Stolen away there by Okoth, up the floor in a hurry. Mwangale, power dribble, count the basket and the foul. Mwangale with a great take to the rack. She puts it on the deck. Great body position, a little bit of lean, and it's up and in. Andrea Adjovi prepares to return to the Energie BBC lineup, as Oseni will take her place along the lane. Second one true there. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining here in our first half. Energie BBC trying to find Andrea Adjovi up ahead, but too much air into that one. Gale now directing traffic as she crosses midcourt. Just over a minute remaining here in the first half. A left wing triple bounces over the backboard. And from what I can tell here, from my vantage point, which is a mere 21-hour flight away from where this game is being played, pretty solid rims there in Maputo. Not a whole lot of give on those things. You got to have that thing right on target. This competition just continuing to intensify as we progress throughout the tournament here. Things culminate on Saturday, this Saturday, as we will crown a champion here for the FIBA Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022. 30 seconds remaining. M1 Gale fires away from deep and rattles home a triple. Another look at it right here, an open shot. The closer came out, but just a hair too late there for Energie BBC, and now it's stolen away once again by M1 Gale, and she's gonna finish a right-hand layup and score her 11th point of the afternoon. Whistles before the shot. And that is the end of our first half. Our score, the Kenya Port Authority 39 and Energie BBC 18. Stay with us. Second half action coming up next right here on YouTube. Enjoy the first half highlights as we bid you adieu for 15 minutes. We'll see you very soon. We welcome you back for the second half of action here between the Kenya Port Authority and Energie BBC. James Poovey coming to you live here on YouTube for the Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022. We are ready to roll here for quarter number 3. Natalie Mwangale leads the ball club for Kenya Port Authority with 11, and right behind her is Medina Okote, who now has the basketball with 10. Okote's gonna put it on the deck. They move it around now. A right-hand finish off the glass, and that was Okoro. Ifunanya Okoro. Energie BBC now working left to right on your screen. They're going to try to get down the paint. It's stolen away there by Mwangale. Here comes Okoro, and that one turned away by the Energie BBC defense. Tia Mayu back into the ball game here. She's going to run the point, at least right now, for Energie BBC. Ofetse now with the basketball. She's going to work inside on Okoro. And contact on the floor. Says our FIBA officiating crew. We've got Dorothy, Maria, and Fanta here today with us. 41-18 our score. The Kenya Port Authority pouring it on right here inside the pavilion at Eduardo Mondlane University. A long-range triple rims out for Koulibaly. And a very nice spinning finish there inside the paint for Selena Okomu, the 5'8", 29-year-old. And foul on the floor as Tia Mayu taking it to the rim right there for Energie BBC, and she is bumped off the spot there just at the left elbow. Non-shooting foul, so now they'll inbound the basketball. 8:39 remaining here in the third quarter. Stepping inside the defense, going up with the right hand was Aminu, and it's poked away. And now the ball will go off of the white team, and it'll be red basketball. There you see Charlene Wandago checking into the ball game for Kenya Port Authority. They go to the air. It's off the left side of the rim. An errant shot there for Agbayizo. They feed it down low to Okote, and it's up and in. Medina Okote just continues to fill it up here this afternoon. A right hand off the glass. Okote got 12 all the day. They feed it up ahead in a hurry now. Okoro is going to add to her total. She now has 11 on the afternoon for Kenya Port Authority. And they just keep adding to that total now. 47-18 as we play on here with 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Okote with the rebound. She's going to gain control of it. And then she'll give way to Mwangale. Now a top of the key three. Not enough legs underneath that one. As we have two players checking in now, Odonon and Ali checking in here for Energie BBC, as Koulibaly will have a seat there. A little bit disgruntled here with the 47-18 deficit. Aminu now controls the basketball, 9-on-9 working right there. Stolen away by Kenya's number 6. And M1 Gali right there for an offensive rebound. Tried to get the putback, stolen away by Energy BBC, and then Kenya Port Authority gets it right back. And M1 Gali misses another easy shot under the hoop. And somehow they're able to hold it in, and now they'll reset and play on. 6.5 remaining here in the third quarter. M1 Gali fires from deep. And then it's Okote with the offensive rebound and the putback and the foul. Medina Okote. 7 of 9 from the field, 9 boards, 14 points. Make it 15 now for 15. She's got 15 on the day, 50-18 our score. Under 6.5 remaining here in the third. Energy BBC running the lane there, and that was Agbayizo. That's her 6th of the afternoon. She's also got 4 rebounds and an assist. Okote underneath the basket. And a foul on the floor. We'll see if that was before the pass to Okote or not. We'll see who they send to the line. Count the basket, says our officials. And it was indeed assessed to Okote. And Okote delivering a little bit of damage there in the paint as well. She's leading the way for her Kenya Port Authority team here with 17 on the day. 8 of 10 from the field. Once again, Kenya Port Authority getting the rebound. Dangosu. Okote running the baseline. They kick it across court now. And that was Dangosu coming up empty. She's 0 of 2 so far. Make it 0 of 3 now on the afternoon. Okote, no one's going to be able to guard her as she takes it uncontested to the rack, scoring her 19th point of the day. 19 points for the 18-year-old. Simply unbelievable. Traveling violation, and they turn it over. Aku Afetse very frustrated there as they give Kenya Port Authority yet one more attempt with it offensively. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You're watching Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022 action here from Maputo. 54-20 our score. We'll be right back to Eduardo Mondlane University right after this. Four minutes and 59 seconds remaining here in our third quarter as we welcome you back to the pavilion at Eduardo Mondlane University in Maputo, Mozambique. 80 degrees and mostly cloudy outside this afternoon on a Monday. 82% humidity as you saw the ladies pouring the water down there during the timeout. KPA now controls the basketball from the left wing with a high arcing shot. That was Omondi originally, and then Okoth able to get the rebound and the putback there. 56-20 now, a 36-point decisive lead here, if you will, for Kenya Port Authority. A nice cut to the basket, and just unable to defend this very talented team. Belinda Okoth that time, the 35-year-old Kenyan. Spinning through there. That was Afetse. She's leaving it all out on the court here today for Energie BBC. There's no doubt about that. Under 4 to play here in the third. That one out of bounds. They almost take the camera over. And hopefully wasn't a little twist or tweak right there for Belinda Okoth as you see her make her way back over to the middle portion of the court. And Katha will check into the ball game here now for KPA. 58-20. We play on here. Afetse now, she's guarded there by Mwangale. A right wing triple rims out. Nice rebound there by Energie BBC. Now Afetse is going to fire away from the left wing. And Koulibaly tied up there with a couple of Kenya Port Authority members. And they'll clean up on aisle 4 in the lane right there. And the ball will go over to the Kenya Port Authority. 3:20 remaining here in our third quarter. They work the perimeter, making that defense give chase. And Miss Fonta right there says too much contact as they try to feed it inside to Belinda Okoth. Okoth 6'1", standing tall there as Natalie Mwangale checks out. And Brenda Wasuda will return to the lineup now for Kenya. A left wing triple, count it, nothing but nylon for Jemima Omondi. Jemima Omondi. Akua Fetse comes up empty, but a nice rebound there for the red team. Andrea Ojovi. Now leaning into the lane there is Koulibaly, and she comes up big on that one right there. Under 2.5 to play here in the third. They go baseline with it now. A 12-foot jump shot falls empty, but then it's rebounded by Okoth, and she puts it right back up and in. That was Wasuda firing away from deep there, and Okoth with a very nice rebound and putback for KPA. Energie BBC now spin and shoot. Agbayizo. And Agbayizo on the other end with the block. Charlene Wandongo will have a seat on the bench, and Oyongo will spell her. Nice rebound there for Energie BBC. Agbayizo. And now from the left wing, just inside the arc is Koulibaly. She's starting to catch a little fire here for her squad. 120 and counting here in the third. And Katha now is going to try to split the defense. She runs into trouble there at the left block and travels with the basketball. Pasfanta says it'll go the other way. Adjovi will put it back into play here. 1:09 remaining in the third. Defense is just suffocating here for KPA as they steal that one away, and stealing it right back is Aku Afetse. She's about had enough of this here today as Agbayizo works into the paint along the baseline and then picks up some contact. That should be a shooting foul. We'll confirm that here in just a moment. A non-shooting foul, so Adjovi will inbound the basketball. Afetse fires from the right wing. She gets the ball back eventually. Now they go to the top of the key, working around the horn. And Koulibaly seeing if she can connect and strike gold from downtown one more time. Foul on the floor, obvious frustration there for Energie BBC. 24 points here in almost 3 full quarters of play. There you saw the royal blue kicks there for Oyongo. Matching almost perfectly the royal blue, the jerseys there for KPA. Turnover there for Energie BBC, and now it'll be KPA basketball. As you saw, Aku Afetse stepping in and then stepping back on one right there. .20 seconds remaining here in the third. And Belinda Okoth shuffles the feet, and she'll travel with the basketball, turning it over now to Energie BBC. Afetse now up and down with the right hand. She crosses him up. She's going to take a shot from outside the free throw line. Rebounded on a very nice hustle play there for Agbayizo. There you see Coach Sendaho rocking the black fitted Under Armour lid today. Looking good there, Coach. Timeout on the floor. So we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You are watching Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022 here from Maputo. We'll be back for more and the conclusion of our third quarter here from the gym. Stay with us. welcome you back for our fourth and final quarter here from Maputo, Mozambique. 63-26 our score. KPA filling it up offensively and then suffocating with the defense. And there you have it right there, the suffocating D on display, right on cue. 9:51 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Wasuda puts it back into play. Jemima Omandi on the floor now for Kenya Port Authority. Brenda Wasuda trying to find Okoth down low. That is Belinda Okoth. Tia Mayu for the Benin club, and too many steps there as she prepared to enter the paint. Saw a little crease, a very little crease in that KPA defense, and was going to accelerate through the traffic there, and unfortunately just didn't drop it off to Agbayizo in time. 9:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. KPA moving it around. They get it down low, trying to find Okoth, and it's stolen away by Koulibaly. Energie BBC showing a little bit of life here at the beginning portions of this fourth quarter. And that one swatted away by Okoth. As Koulibaly trying to penetrate one more time into that KPA defense. Puts it on the deck and goes up strong. Count that right there for Koulibaly. That's her 9th point of the afternoon. He's 4 of 6 from the field, 7 rebounds as well for Koulibaly. Under 9 minutes to play here in the fourth. Amandi gives way to Brenda Wasuda, who drives the paint and picks up some heavy-duty contact there just outside the circle. Wasuda put it on the deck. And then right there waiting for her was Koulibaly. Brenda Wasuda, 3 points on the day, 8 rebounds and an assist as well, adding to her total as Jemima Omandi checks out of the ball game for KPA. That one off the front of the iron. Wasuda puts it up, and it sticks in the corner between the backboard and the rim. That's one of those right there that you could try maybe 500 times and you might get it once. As Wasuda checks out, and Selena Okomu returns to the lineup, 5'8", 29-year-old Kenyan. Now they get it back into play here, 8:45 and counting. On Yongo, they move it around the horn now. Here's a 3 attempt from Okumu. That is rebounded nicely there by Offense. And here comes Offense with the basketball crossing midcourt. Puts it back on the floor, stepping around with a little Euro step there and unable to connect. Great hustle play there for Energie BBC, and they're just having trouble finding the handle sometimes on those short passes.
tirez, si vous avez la main là, tirez. Faut comprendre.
KPA leads 65-29. We welcome you back. Under 8 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Left-hand scoop shot unsuccessful, but rebound and put back very quickly there for Energie BBC, courtesy of Akaiza. Now the KPA women will bring it back on the floor with a 34-point lead. Now they're going to continue to switch, find the open look. They work it down low. They go off the window and count the basket for Selena Okumu. Selena Okumu, 5'8", small forward. And that's a nice job accelerating through the defense there for Tia Mayu. And Tia Mayu, her 5th point of the afternoon. Jovi turns the basketball over as we get a look at Agath Adonin checking into the ball game now for Energie BBC. They try to get it inbounds to Okoro, but then Okoro is fouled. And so now she'll go to the stripe. 6', 23-year-old Nigerian. Charlene Wandongo looks on. First one falls shy there for Okoro. Second one, nothing but nylon. Energie BBC now crossing midcourt here with just under 7 minutes remaining in our ball game. Don't forget, we got one more coming your way here today. Next up after this one to close out day 4 action, it'll be Ville de Dakar and CFM. I'll have the call for that one for you right here on the FIBA YouTube channel. That'll be coming up right around 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time here in the United States. And 6 p.m. local time there in Maputo, Mozambique, as Kenya Port Authority one more time puts it up and in, and that is Okoro with another basket. She's got 14 now. 6, 7 of 11 from the field to make that 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Number 5 putting in work today for the Kenya Port Authority. Aminu, the captain, returns to the lineup here for Energie BBC as Tia Mayu will go have a seat on the bench in obvious frustration. 5:50 remaining here in the fourth. They get it inbounds along the baseline, short, falls off the front of the iron from the far side there. Now KPA back on it, 72-33, make that 74-33. Courtesy of the Okumu layup. This Energie BBC club continuing to fight here. Down by a bunch here in the fourth. They're still taking that ball to the rack. Contact on the floor as Afetse tried to drive, pull, and pop right there. And now Aku Afetse will go to the line. She got 2 points on the afternoon along with 5 rebounds. In 42 minutes of action. Fetse hardly leaving the floor today for Energie BBC. She puts those up and in. Jemima Omandi gets it inside here to Dengosu. Spinning through the lane, Wandego tried a little hook, and now it's going to be a right wing triple off the back of the iron for Omandi. Energie BBC now with the length, and that was Agbayizo. Almost coming up empty as you see her right there. Just leaving it out here today for Energie BBC. Impressed. I am impressed with the effort from Agbayizo. All these ladies really giving it all they got here in this Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022. Playing like there's no tomorrow, and that's exactly what happens when it's tournament time, and there is no tomorrow. Mac Dengosu exiting the floor there for KPA. Agbayizo putting that one up and in. And the 20-year-old, she's got some skills. Off the front edge of the iron. And Adenon in there now for the Energie BBC squad. Adenon, 44 years of age. Shout out to you. Getting out there and getting it done, still being involved with the game. You know what? Age is just a number, folks. They go off the glass. Does Nkatha. And that one unable to connect. My knees and my back might disagree with me when I say that age is just a number. However, it's all about how you feel. And that's really the true barometer. That one poked away right there by Onyango. And there you see the 44-year-old down there giving it a go here in the 2022 FIBA Africa Women's Champions Cup in Maputo. And well defended there as well by KPA, as right on cue, Adenon checking out of the ball game. Ku Afetse along the baseline, and then that one stolen away there by the Kenya Port Authority, and then returning the favor, Energie BBC, and a pinball right now. And finally, somebody says, hey, you know what, I'll take 2, and that's Onyango. Now stolen away once again, and can't connect is Jemima Omandi. Oh, and a big collision there along the edge of the circle. That was Andrea Adjovi, who absorbed a good amount of contact now. 3:42 remaining here in our fourth quarter, 76-36. Tia Mayu right there for Energie BBC. She's got 5 on the afternoon. 2 of 7 from the field, along with the rebound in 17 minutes of action here today for her squad. Coach Colo looks on. His team came to play here today. And they are right now asserting their will on Energie BBC, as Energie BBC says not so fast. Here comes Tia Mayu with a left-hand scoop and score. So she'll add 2 more to her 7-point total on the day. And that was almost an over and back right there.
It's interesting.
check the rule books on that one here in the break. A right-hand finish for Belinda O'Koff. 3 minutes remaining here in our fourth quarter. From way downtown, it's Tia Mayu. That ball wouldn't even get out of bounds. Rebounded by Linda Alonda. Now the baseline, O'Koff. Linda O'Koff, 6'1", 35 years old from Kenya. She's gonna spin now, get it in the paint, put it on the deck. A hook shot, unable to connect, and rebounded by Energie BBC's Agbahiza, who's gonna bring it now across midcourt with 2:26 here in the fourth. Don't forget, one more coming your way next. We're going to give you about 45 minutes to grab some more coffee and maybe some pancakes and eggs here in the United States. Get yourself a little breakfast, and then we'll have the nightcap. A left-hand finish for Onyango. And coming up next, it'll be Vilde Dakar and CFM. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, take that timeout with them. You're watching Africa Women's Champions Cup 2022 action from Maputo. More right after this.
C'est pas bien. C'est pas bien.
Vous savez pas, nous avons oublié que vous donnez.
Ok, tu montes. Et...
We welcome you back to the pavilion at Eduardo Mondlane University in Maputo, Mozambique. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining on the clock as we resume play here. Energie BBC bringing it across. And we have contact on the floor. So now, as typical, we'll be inside 2 minutes remaining here in the basketball game, and 20 more minutes, and we might wrap this thing up. From the free throw line, that is Ali, 27 years old from Benin. She's got 1 point and 1 rebound on the game. And the Kenya Port Authority just continuing the hustle on defense here, even late into the fourth. You love to see it. And the swat right there from Onyango. She elevated and knocked that thing out of the sky. She's got 6 on the day. She's 3 of 4 from the field with a rebound, as now Kenya Port Authority brings it up the floor one more time. Left hand, but not quite enough elevation on that one from Onyango. Energie BBC just inside the arc now with an attempt off the back of the iron. And they turn it the other way, does Kenya Port Authority. Apologies, as it looks like our score bug has locked up there. A right hand finish on a long distance shot. 83-39 now. And now from the left wing, it's going to be Energie BBC and Aku Afetse, who has ultimately given her max effort here today. The 30-year-old has been one of the more effective players here for the BBC squad. Now from the right corner, they try a 3-ball. And Katha comes up empty. And now Koulibaly back into the ballgame here for Energie BBC. They go off the window, and that was Agbayizo. Apparently the bank's open there in Maputo on a Monday. Kenya Port Authority now is going to dribble this out as we approach 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. 83-14 will go down as the official final score here in our second match of the day. Kenya Port Authority getting the win here this afternoon, late afternoon in Maputo over Energie BBC, 83-45. Special thanks to our Spalk production crew located throughout the globe for helping to get this one on the air today. Once again, our final score, 83-45. One more coming up next here in the nightcap. It'll be the Ville de Dakar against CFM. We'll have a call for you at the top of the hour right here on the FIBA YouTube channel. Come on back for more Africa Women's Champions Cup action here in about 50 minutes. So long for now. If you're departing us for the day, have a great rest of your Monday, and we will see you very soon.
Bem, Gilberto, já estou aqui com o técnico deste conjunto queniano. Hi, coach. How was the game?
The game was good. The game was good. I'm happy for the win. I'm happy for my player. I appreciate all of them. We have brought ourselves to the championship with the win, so we are still in the game with the championship. I'm happy for everything. Yeah.
Thank you, coach. Ficam, portanto, as palavras do treinador desta formação queniana, o Kenya Port Authority. A esta altura também junta-se a nós o treinador do conjunto do Bénin. Salou, monsieur, quelle est votre appréciation de cette jouée?
Mon impression par rapport au jeu est que les joueuses n'ont pas respecté les consignes du jeu. Au départ, c'était bien. Et elles ont changé. Du coup, quel que soit ce qui a été demandé, le playmaker n'a pas voulu faire évoluer le jeu. Défensivement, c'est moyen. C'est moyen. Je pense que pour le prochain match, on pourra faire une bonne mine.
Merci. Ficam também as palavras de Gilberto Nhantumbo, do técnico da formação do Bénin. Acaba aqui por lamentar o desempenho das suas meninas neste duelo, acaba por lançar, enfim, algumas expectativas para a próxima partida. E do outro lado, o técnico da formação do Kenya Sports Authority acabou também por destacar e elogiar o desempenho das suas raparigas neste duelo em que acabou levando a melhor. Por hora é tudo que podemos avançar, Gilberto, a partir daqui da zona de entrevistas rápidas.